Hello, this is Paweł from DevOps Codes Academy. Today we're gonna continue our journey with Git and GitHub. So if you haven't watched the previous video, please do so. And today we're gonna fetch again the repository, configure a little bit of Terraform code, and learn some basic Git commands. Let's jump to the console. We are back to Visual Studio Code. I hope that you were able to install Git and VS Code in the previous lesson. So one thing that will change on my side in this episode is that initially we created a new repository and your will look like that. But for me, I will swap right now to my account for DevOps Codes, where I have a repository Academy, and I'm gonna push it to this repo, but you can of course keep your initial one in your account, right? So what we're gonna do today, I will copy all the files that we had on EC2 instance with Terraform code, and we're gonna create a branch. Then we're gonna commit these changes on the branch, push it to the repository, create a pull request. I will show you how to make it. So you will learn a little bit about the flow of working with Git. So now I will go quickly to the Terraform files that I have on EC2. If you want to, you can copy it from my repository. The link will be here in the description of the video, so you don't have to do it manually. I will just make it quickly and make a cut on the video to save your time here. You can take a look also that VS Code want to install Terraform extension. It detect the one that I have already, but it might ask you to install it. So if you get a prompt here, yes, of course, ask for installation. It will help you a lot. You can see that the files looks much better here. Okay, I will continue quickly. Okay, of course, when you will be copying all the files, just pay attention that if you copy from me, you need a different name of S3 bucket to do not conflict with mine. Okay, let's do again Terraform init. So we will install the provider. Don't forget to configure your AWS CLI. So you can go to the IAM and to your user, and then if you don't have it, create an access key, get the key ID and the secret access key, and use it with AWS configure. I have defined it as Profile Academy. It will ask you to provide it here to be able to interact with AWS from your local computer. And if it works correctly, you can check AWS STS, get color identity, and you should have your user ID, account, and your IAM visible. It means that you are good to go with Terraform. Right, so we have Terraform init. Let's try Terraform plan. And it's showing that we have 6 files to add. That's nice. What you can observe that all the changes I have done on the master branch, you see all the green files, that they are in the change now. Terraform log will log the provider version. It's okay to have it in our repo. So what we want to do now, we want to create a new branch. So let's make it git checkout b, and let's make it import Terraform. So as you can see, we switched to new branch, and we can commit those changes. So we can make it quickly, stage all changes. You can put a message here, import changes. It's okay. Now if we see git ref log, it will show us that we have the last commit here, import changes. Okay, and let's try to push those changes. It might ask you to set up an upstream for this branch, because when we create it locally, we have to point this local branch to remote. Okay, looks like it was pushed. Let me go and see. Code, you see that we have 2 branches right now. So what we can do, and before we create a pull request, let's see on master, we will see that there are only these 2 files, right? When we switch to the branch that we have just created, all the files will be here. And the same we can do on local. If we switch back to master, you see all the files, they are red. They do not exist right now. So that's one of the features of Git. So we can have multiple branches. We can have multiple versions of our code at the same time. So if we keep one main branch, let's say we call it right now master, and multiple developers from our team will work on it, so they can fork, create a branch from the master, do their changes, and then at the point that they are ready to merge it back to master, they will create a pull request, and this is what we're gonna do right now, and we're gonna do it in GitHub. So we can go to pull requests. We can create a new pull request here. The base will be our master, because as the arrow is pointing, we want to go from our new branch to master. We are able to merge automatically, and you can see that we have 1 commit, 5 file change, and 1 contributor. That will be me. This file it's not showing, but we can of course click here to see the difference, and we see the EC2, we see the template, all of the files, they are green, means that they have been created. I have to sign in, of course. Okay, I'm signed in. So as you can see, even I was as an anonymous user, so because of my repository is public, I was able to see all the changes here. But when I'm logged in, I can create a pull request. Import changes, we can leave a comment, import terraform code, create a pull request. And again, here we can see commits that have been done. If we click on the commit, also we can see per commit, we can see the files change in general from all of the commits. We see that 160 lines are added, no line is deleted. So when we work as a team, there are many ways to add some steps here for improved cooperation. We can do some tests, we can do some validations. Basic thing, what we can do, we can add a reviewer. So if we have multiple people in our team, we can choose anybody to do the review. So looks like I added the user DevOps Codes, the owner of this repository, but I am still logged in as my private one. So I could log out, log in, then I could come here and maybe we can try to do it. Just give me a second, I will switch. Okay, I'm back, and you can see now I am signed in as DevOps Codes. If I go to the pull request, we can see that it was opened by different user, by myself, by my private one, and I requested a review. So I can add a review here. And we can do like put a comment here, right? Let's say, are you sure to use this AMI? Yeah, for example, we can add a single comment or start a review. It's pending. We can do any other comments, just like ask, do you want to do this? Or maybe you can make it in different way. This is how we work together and do the code review between developers and engineers. And when we finish our review, we can leave the comment. So we can do it in multiple ways. We can request change. So if there would be a request change, I would have to log in as a private user and react to it, right? Either reply with comment or do some code change, push again another commit, and then re-request the review. We're not gonna do this now. So we can leave a comment or we can do approve. And we can do LGTM looks good to me, or let's get it merged. That's a shortcut. And we can submit the review. Okay, so this comment will be put just a comment, but anyway, the pull request has been approved. So I can merge it from this user, and to save your time, I will do it from here. Can confirm. And we can see that pull request successfully merged and closed. And we can delete the branch. We don't need it anymore. So if we go back to the code, you will see that now we have again one branch, it's master, and we see that all the changes are on the master branch. But if we go to the Visual Studio Code and I'm still on the master, of course, these changes are not here until we pull. So we can make git pull. And you will see that, yeah, changes, now they are also locally, right? And all the files are here. So this is a simple example of creating a branch, making some changes, creating a pull request, then requesting a code review, approving that code review, merging and deleting a branch, and then pulling those changes back to the local repository. That was Paweł from DevOps Codes Academy. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe, leave your comment if you have any problems. Also, don't forget to like the video and stay with us. Also, we created a Facebook group, DevOps Codes Academy. You can find the group in the video description, so feel free also to join that group. And of course, we're gonna improve and keep going with our lessons, and hopefully to get some good community there. Have a good day. Bye-bye.